Hey you guys, it's Amy Gretchen. Thank you so much for joining me today. And for those that are new, a big welcome. So in today's video, I'm continuing working on my 2020 December daily album. And as you can see, I ended up stopping, if you remember, if you recall, I did day 13 and that was an around here page. And then I actually kept going and I did day 14 and I do have the footage for this. I can actually show you this as I'm talking about it, but you can see that it's really, really simple. It is just a 4x6 photo and I added a sticker. So I have these stickers that I bought. Oh gosh, these probably came in, I wish there was a date on here. I think it was probably either 20, I think it was I want to say it was 2018 because I feel like I have used them for like 3 years. I love these stickers and they also have some white with the green on them. I really, really love these. They're cardstock stickers, so they hold up really well, but of course I added a little bit of dimension behind there. And that's as good as day 14 is going to get. I thought about writing some journaling on here, but I thought, you know what? I don't feel like I really have any journaling that I want to say. One of the things that I did do, and hopefully I do have the footage, maybe I will play it like over here or something like that so you guys can watch it. But I did create a little tab that would stick up here, and I thought about adding the journaling there where you could just pull it up. But honestly, like I said, I don't feel like I have a lot to write about the wrapping than I did the years previous. I just wanted you to be able to see some of the things that I was using this year for wrapping, or not you, but like, you know, my family in the future. So my idea would be to have a tab that would go here. And the reason why I didn't continue and finish this was because I did start it and I used a stamp that was a stamp. Let me see, what was the stamp from? It was an older December Daily stamp set and a printed out wrapping. And what I used was these, but they didn't have any words on them. They were blank, so you could either write or stamp on them. But I have lost my stamp. So I think they came in this pack. I think maybe these packs came together. It could have been last year. I can't remember. But one of them was blank. And I didn't know what to stamp on the backside yet because I didn't know it was going to go on the backside yet. So I didn't end up finishing it and I just stamped the wrapping on it, but I can't find it. So hopefully I can find it. If not, I might just use a placeholder just so I can see what it will look like. But for all intents and purposes, this is day 14. And like I said, I just don't feel like I need to do any journaling, and that's okay. I don't think you have to have journaling every single day. All right, so I'm actually going to work on the back side of this. And what I've decided to do is to tell a story about Christmas cards and how much Christmas cards mean to me, and just moving and hoping that I would get Christmas cards and stuff like that. So I actually have a lot, and if you saw my walkthrough of where I was at with this album, you saw that I saved like all of these stamps that came from Christmas cards, and I wasn't sure how I was going to include it, but I have decided to do it on a 4x6 just piece of 80-pound cardstock, and that way I'll just put it right on the back side of that photo. And then I have an envelope. This actually came from Jenny, that's on Allie Edwards' design team. She sent me a Christmas card, which is so fun because of course the stamps are from the Netherlands. And so this was the envelope that I decided to keep, and it's gonna go into my album like this. So I'm pretty excited about that. So let's just go ahead and get started by cutting up the stamps and then adding them to the back of the card. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut out all of the stamps. Originally, when I had this idea, I really wanted to take the stamps off of the envelope. I thought it would look so much better that way. But of course, these are the sticker stamps and not from back in the day. You know, those old stamps that you would lick and stick down. Well, now they're, you know, the stickers, so that they do not release off the envelopes as well. I did find some footage on YouTube. I think it showed using some lemon oil or something like that, and understanding that lemon is awesome about taking away the stick. It's basically what's in Gooby Gone. I was like, that would definitely work, but I was kind of afraid that it would ruin my stamps and take forever. So I just decided to do the next best thing, which is to cut the stamps right out of the envelope and just get it as close to the edge as I possibly could. So that's what I did. And honestly, I don't think it looks bad at all. I actually really like the way that it looks because some of the envelopes are white. Some of them, I think there was one that was a darker gray. I think there's some craft in there. I didn't mind that it was different, and I thought that it really worked with just the variety of stamps that I have here. So I was just playing around with the placement, trying to figure out how to fit them all in. I know that I did have more stamps somewhere else in another envelope, but I didn't end up needing to. I think I grabbed 1 or 2 extra, but I didn't end up needing more than this, which I actually was surprised that I even used this many. I didn't think, like, I was thinking that I would be able to fill up an entire 6x8 sheet of paper. So I was actually really surprised when I had a hard time, or I, was feeling like I barely fit the 4x6. So I thought that that was really interesting. So the next thing I'm going to do, and what I decided to do, is adhere everything down just so everything was secure, because I did want to pop up a few of the stamps. You can see here that I'm just grabbing over another stamp because I had a little bit more room. So anyway, back to what I was saying, I definitely want to pop up that number, and I wanted to pop up some of the stamps just to give a little bit of dimension. I didn't want all of them to be popped up, but just a few. I really love how it looks in real life. I'm not sure if you can really tell. Hopefully you can in the photos. I also wanted to let you know that the number that I'm using here came from Sahin Designs. And I could not remember when I was doing my walkthrough video what that number 6 came from, but it was a set that I think she called Holidays or something like that. I will definitely have it linked below, especially if she still has it for sale, which I imagine that she still would. The one reason why I love her designs is whenever she has like an ephemera pack or a stamp pack, she always includes the cutouts. So you don't even have to create your own cutouts for those. If you're using a Silhouette or a Cricut, any kind of cutting machine, she provides that for you. So it's super, super nice. So it's just one less thing that you need to do. So I really love her design. So definitely check out that link below. And that is probably a number set that I will pull from again this year because I really liked it so much. All right, so you can see that I'm just making sure everything is secured down, and then I'm going to add this to the back of day 14. Kind of wish that I hadn't added the number day 14 because it was popped up, so it was making it a little bit harder to do this, but I got everything down, and I think I need to trim off, just a little bit on the top edge just because it was just a little big. Can I just tell you how much, you guys, I love that Tim Holtz cutter. It cuts so good. If you're looking for a small guillotine cutter, this one that's like 8.5 by, I can't remember, I'll have it linked below, is really, really good. All right, so I decided to add just that pop-up joy right there because I wanted to see what it looked like. So it's kind of a placeholder until I can find what I did with my other tabs. I have no clue what I did with that tab that I stamped on. So hopefully it's not on my desk, but I'm hoping that it will show up. All right, so you can actually see that I did my journaling for this, and I just created a card that was 5 inches by 5 inches. And I realized the reason why I'm cutting it down is because I realized I needed some space for the bottom so that I was able to add this with the hole punch. So if the paper went to the very bottom. I wasn't going to be able to put the paper in and then close up the envelope. So then I had to shorten it a little bit, but I just did that off screen one day. I just wrote my journaling about how grateful I was this year to be able to get Christmas cards and to really be able to stay in touch with our friends and family and just how much that meant to me. And wrote a little bit about that. And then you can see that I added some die cuts there. That flower die cut was the half of a die cut I think I used in my 2019 album. So it was just amongst my things, and I just added it before I did the journaling and just wrote around it. And then I'm also adding this die cut that also came from crepe paper. Did I say that already? Both of these came from crepe paper. I'm not exactly sure what line it was, but it was definitely a year or two ago. And I decided that I needed to put something on the back of this tree because you were going to see all of the ugly adhesive. So I was like, oh, I need to put something on the back of the tree. And honestly, if I had thought a little bit harder, I would not have done white. I think white was on my desk, and so that's what I did. I wish I had done a pattern, but now I'm like, it's too late. I don't want to go back and cut out another one. It's just going to be white on the back, and that's going to be fine because it's not, the thing that you see when you turn the album over. So I just used a little bit of release paper there. That's what I've got laid down. So I was able to get that tree in place so it didn't stick to the envelope. And you guys, I am done with day 14 and 15. So pretty easy, not too hard. I really love telling stories where, you take ephemera that you've got during the holidays and then you create something with it. So anyway, that's it, you guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. And like always, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time. Bye.